Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. If you've ever struggled with creating habits that stick or breaking bad habits, you're in the right place. Today we're diving deep into Atomic Habits, a transformative book by James Clear, which reveals the secret to achieving long-term success through small, incremental changes. The core concept of the book is incredibly simple, yet powerful. It's not the big, dramatic changes that make a difference in our lives, but the tiny, consistent improvements we make every day. The idea is that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Small habits over time can lead to remarkable changes in our health, career, relationships, and overall life. James Clear goes even further by showing us that our identity is shaped by our habits. If we want to change, we must focus on building the right habits that align with the person we want to become. So let's break down Atomic Habits and explore how you can make small changes to transform your life. Why small habits matter. James Clear introduces the concept of atomic habits, which are tiny habits that seem almost insignificant at first, but can lead to extraordinary results when compounded over time. He explains how habits, much like compound interest, build upon themselves. Clear uses the example of a 1% daily improvement, which over the course of a year results in a 37% improvement in performance. On the other hand, a 1% decline each day leads to almost zero progress. The idea behind Atomic Habits is that small habits can lead to huge results when practiced consistently. Most people make the mistake of focusing on drastic, one-time changes, like trying to lose 20 pounds in a week. But in reality, long-lasting success comes from making tiny changes that over time add up. These small improvements don't feel like a big effort at first, but they compound into something huge. That's why habits are the true building blocks of success. Clear shares his personal story to demonstrate the power of atomic habits. After a life-threatening injury in high school, he focused on small daily habits to rebuild his health and performance. Over time, these small, consistent habits helped him overcome major obstacles and achieve things he had never imagined. His journey is a powerful reminder that small, steady progress can change the trajectory of your life. Part 1. The Fundamentals. Why habits shape our lives. Clear explains that habits are so effective because they automate our behaviors. Think about it. When you get up in the morning, you don't think about brushing your teeth. It's just something you do because it's part of your daily routine. This automation helps us reserve mental energy for more important tasks. By making habits automatic, we reduce the amount of decision-making we have to do, freeing up more energy for critical thinking and problem-solving. However, bad habits also work the same way. They can automate destructive behaviors like overeating or procrastination and lead to long-term negative consequences. The key takeaway from this section is that habits shape our identity. Rather than focusing on goals like, I want to lose 20 pounds, Clear suggests focusing on the type of person you want to become. For instance, instead of saying, I want to be a marathon runner, start thinking of yourself as a runner. This shift in identity makes it easier for your habits to stick because you see yourself as the type of person who does these things. Clear provides the example of a writer who identifies as a writer first and then builds habits around writing. This mindset shift helps make the habit a part of your identity, which makes it much more likely to stick. Key concepts. In this section, systems. Goals. Systems are the processes you follow every day. Goals are the outcomes you want. Clear explains that while goals are important, systems are more critical. Successful people focus on creating effective systems, daily processes that help them achieve their goals. Systems are ongoing, while goals are endpoints. Identity-based habits. To create lasting habits, focus on your identity, not just the results. Instead of focusing solely on the outcome, like losing weight or earning more money, start identifying as the kind of person who naturally achieves those results. This shift in perspective makes the habit part of who you are, and therefore easier to maintain. Remember, it's not about the goal you achieve, but about becoming the kind of person who embodies those habits in your day-to-day life. Part 2. The 4 Laws of Behavior Change. Now, let's dive into the core framework of atomic habits, the 4 Laws of Behavior Change. These laws are designed to help you create good habits and break bad ones. By understanding and applying these laws, you can set yourself up for success. Let's break them down. 1. Make it obvious. Cue. The first step in forming a new habit is identifying the cues that trigger it. Clear explains that habits are driven by cues, which can be external triggers, like seeing your gym shoes by the door, or internal triggers, like feeling stressed. To make your habits stick, you need to make the cues obvious. Key strategies. Habit scorecard. Write down all your daily habits and categorize them as helpful, neutral, or harmful. This allows you to identify where you're spending your time and energy. Implementation intentions. Instead of vague resolutions like, "I want to exercise," be specific about when and where you will do the habit. For example, "I will go for a 20-minute walk at 7 a.m. every day." Habit stacking. Pair a new habit with an existing one. For example, "After I brush my teeth, I will do 5 push-ups." This way, the new habit is tied to something you already do regularly. Clear also emphasizes the importance of environment design. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your habits. By setting up your environment in a way that makes good habits easier, you can naturally improve your behavior. For example, if you want to eat healthier, leave healthy snacks in plain view and hide unhealthy ones. Breaking bad habits. To break a bad habit, make the cue invisible. For example, if you want to reduce screen time, keep your phone in another room while you work. 2. Make it attractive. Craving. The second law is about making good habits attractive and reducing the appeal of bad ones. Clear explains that the more attractive a habit is, the more likely we are to stick with it. Key strategies. Temptation bundling. Pair a habit you need to do with something you want to do. For example, "I'll only watch my favorite show while exercising." This helps make the habit more appealing. Join a motivating group. Surround yourself with people who have the habits you want to adopt. Being part of a group with similar goals helps keep you motivated. Clear also explains how dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical, plays a role in habit formation. The anticipation of a reward is often more motivating than the reward itself. For example, thinking about how good you'll feel after exercising makes it easier to start. Breaking bad habits. To break bad habits, reframe them by associating them with negative feelings. For example, think about the negative health consequences of smoking to make it less appealing. 3. Make it easy. Response. The third law is all about making habits as easy as possible. The easier a habit is to perform, the more likely you are to stick with it. Clear stresses the importance of reducing friction and simplifying the actions needed to perform your habits. Key strategies. The 2-minute rule. Start by making your habit so simple that it takes less than 2 minutes to complete. For example, if you want to read more, Start by reading just one page every day. This makes the habit feel easy and effortless. Prime your environment. Set up your environment in a way that makes good habits easy. For example, leave your running shoes by the door to remind you to go for a run in the morning. Clear emphasizes the importance of automating habits as much as possible. For example, setting up automatic savings or meal prep services can eliminate the need for decision-making, making the habit easier to maintain. Breaking bad habits. To break a bad habit, increase friction by making the behavior harder to do. For example, if you want to avoid junk food, don't keep it in the house. 4. Make it satisfying. Reward. The final law is about making habits satisfying. Human beings are wired for instant gratification, so we tend to favor behaviors that offer immediate rewards. Clear explains that habits are more likely to stick when they provide instant feedback. Key strategies. Habit tracking. Track your progress visually using a calendar or habit tracking app. The satisfaction of marking off a day reinforces the behavior and keeps you motivated. Reward yourself. Celebrate small wins. After completing a habit, treat yourself to something you enjoy. For example, reward yourself with a special treat after completing your daily workout. Clear also emphasizes that positive reinforcement, whether it's a small reward or a feeling of satisfaction, makes the habit more rewarding and easier to repeat. Breaking bad habits. To break bad habits, make them unsatisfying. For example, you could make a bet with a friend to stop eating junk food and pay up if you fail. Part 3. Advanced habit strategies. In the final section of the book, Clear delves into some advanced strategies that help optimize habits for even better results. 1. The plateau of latent potential. One of the biggest reasons people give up on habits is that they don't see immediate results. Clear explains that success often comes after what he calls the plateau of latent potential. This is when progress is invisible for a long time, but the efforts you're putting in are slowly building up. Eventually, you will hit a breakthrough, and the results will become visible. Takeaway: don't give up if you don't see immediate results. Be patient and trust that your small, consistent habits will eventually lead to success. 2. The Goldilocks Rule. The Goldilocks Rule states that habits are most effective when they are challenging, but not too hard. If a habit is too easy, it becomes boring. If it's too difficult, it becomes overwhelming. The key is to find the sweet spot. Challenges that stretch your abilities without making you feel like giving up. 3. Never miss twice. Clear advises that you don't need to be perfect with your habits. If you miss a habit one day, don't stress about it. However, if you miss it twice in a row, you risk forming a new habit. Inconsistency. The key is to get back on track as soon as possible and not let one missed day turn into a pattern of missed days. 4. Accountability and social support. Having an accountability partner or being part of a community can greatly improve your consistency. When you have someone to report to, or when you're part of a group working toward the same goal, the social pressure can motivate you to stick to your habits. Conclusion: the power of atomic habits. In conclusion, Clear reminds us that our habits are the foundation of our success. Focusing on small, consistent changes is the key to achieving extraordinary results. The true power of habits lies not in the outcomes they produce, but in the identity they help us build. Clear's key quote sums it all up perfectly. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So, instead of focusing on the goal, focus on improving your systems. When you improve your daily systems, the results will follow. Thank you, friends, for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, let us know in the comments which book we should cover in the next video.